Well, hello there. We made it to Friday. So today is the last day we're going to be spending on this week's lesson, and then you will get to prove and show me what you learned and what you know in the quiz that you'll take after this review lesson. So here we go. Using strategies for addition and subtraction facts, our last day. This doubles fact has a 5. Well, there wouldn't be a number that would, if we had 5 as the answer, there wouldn't be a number that was the same, because if it was 2 plus 2, that would be 4. And if it was 3 plus 3, that would be 6. So that means we're going to have the 5 and 5, and we know our double facts, 5 and 5 makes 10. This doubles plus 1 fact has a 4. So that means on one of these slots or blanks, we're just going to add 1 to the number. So if it has a 4, let's put a 4 first, and then it's a doubles plus 1. So that means the 4 plus 1. So it would be 5. And we have 5 plus 5 equals 10. And we just made it 1 less here. So 1 less than 10 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. This doubles plus 1 fact has a 3. So if we could have the answer be a 3 this time. Now, what's a doubles fact? We have 1 plus 1 equals 2. And 1 more would be 3. So this one we could have 1, and 1 more than 1 is 2. That's a doubles plus 1, and 1 plus 2 equals 3. Fill in the table. All right, this is going to be a lot of work. So I don't think I'm going to fill all of it in, because that would take a long time, especially on the computer. But we'll fill in the first 2 columns together, and we'll talk about the patterns that we see in the first 2 columns. So partners for 7. 0 plus blank equals 7. Well, I know any number plus 0 is going to be that number, the other number that's not the 0. So 0 plus 7 equals 7. 1 plus what equals 7? Well, if I count in my head, 5, 6, and then 7, 6 is 1 less than 7, so we need to add 1 to 6 to get 7. 2 plus what equals 7? Well, I could put 5 in my head and count on by 2, 6, 7, and I get to 7. Notice that these ones are going up by 1, and these ones are decreasing by 1, so they're 1 less. So if we have 3, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, plus, I bet this number is going to be 4, because 7, 6, 5, 4. And this number, what comes before 4? 3. And we could check our answers by 3 plus 4 equals 7, and then these two are just switched. So if we look up here, 2 plus 5 equals 7, that means 5 plus 2 equals 7. 6 plus 1 equals 7, 7 plus 0 equals 7. So that's one pattern that we've noticed. The numbers in the front are increasing by 1 as you go down, and the second numbers are decreasing by 1 as you move down. 0 plus 8 equals 8. So if they are partners for 7, all the answers have 7. And if these are partners for 8, all the answers are going to be 8. So I'm going to fill that in real quick. There we go. So now let's solve these equations. So if this one had 0, increasing by 1 would be 1 plus decreasing by 1, 8 minus 1 is 7. Does 1 plus 7 equal 8? Yes, it does. Increasing by 1, 2. 1 more than 2 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now let's add our addition signs real quick. All right, so we just added our addition signs, and all of these are increasing by 1. Now, 8, 7, what comes before 7? 6. 2 plus 6 equals 8. We can check our work by putting 6 in our brains and counting on by 2 more. 6, 7, 8. 1 less than 6 is 5. 4 plus 4 equals 8. That's a fact we know because it's double. 5 plus 3 equals 8. 1 less than 3 is 2. 6 plus 2 equals 8. And 1 less than 2 is 1. Now what number comes before 1? 0. 8 plus 0 equals 8. So we noticed that the numbers at the end show partners for 7, and we noticed that these numbers increase by 1 and these numbers decrease by 1. Oh, we can't really see that. Let me see if I can find another spot to write that. Minus 1. And the same goes for the partners for 8 row or column. Fill in the blanks. So since we did facts with 7 and 8, we're going to focus on facts with 9 for this one. If you want to fill in the facts with 7 and 8 on your own, you are more than welcome to. So facts with 9. So all of these have facts with 9, and our 9s are in the beginning. And facts with 10, you betcha the 10 is in the beginning. Notice how these numbers are decreasing by 1. So let's start. Let's start with an easy one and start at the bottom. 9 take away 1. Well, what's 1 less than 9? 8. Let's work up 1. 9 take away 2. So we're just taking away 1 more from the 8. So 8 take away 1 is 7. So 9 take away 2 is 7. You could check your work by putting 2 in your calculator or in your brain and counting on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When you count, you should have 7 fingers up, which means that our answer is correct. 9 take away 3. All right, let's count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you counted up from 3 to 9, you should have had 6 fingers up. I noticed a pattern. When we move up, the numbers increase by 1. 9 take away 4 is 5. And that means because we have 9 take away 5, that is a similar problem to this one right here, just the 5 and 4 would be swapped. And if we add 1 more to the 4, we have 3, and 9 take away 7 is 2. Let's try this one. Well, let's start from the bottom again because that's where our easiest fact is. You don't always have to start from the top. If you know one at the bottom, you can absolutely start from the bottom and work your way up as long as you finish your work. So 10 take away 1. What's 1 less than 10? 9. 10 take away 2. Well, I could count backwards in my head, so I start with 10. 9, 8. That means the answer is 8. And 1 less than 8 is 7. I noticed the same pattern as on this side with the facts with 9. 1 less than 7 is 6. And we know 10 take away 5 is 5 because 5 and 5 make 10. 1 less than 5 is 4. And 1 less than 4 is 3. And there's our answer. So what patterns do we notice? Well, you can tell that facts with 9 start with a 9. When you get to the second addend, if you look at the table, they decrease by 1, they're 1 less. And if you look at the answers and you go down, they increase by 1, so they're 1 more. Here's another problem. It says, Buzz says he has found all of the ways to make 6. Do you agree? Circle yes or no. Well, the easiest thing we could do right now is go through and check off the ones that we know. Or we could draw an X over the ones that don't equal 6. Does 0 plus 6 equal 6? Yep, so I'm going to leave that one be. What about 5 plus 1? Does that equal 6? Yep. 4 plus 2, does that equal 6? 4, 5, 6. Yep. If 1 plus 5 equals 6, then 5 plus 1 equals 6 because it's the same equation, just the addends are swapped. 6 plus 0, a number plus 0 always equals that bigger number. So that is correct. And this is a doubles fact. What about this one, 2 plus 3? Well, if 3 plus 3 equals 6, they just took away 1 more, or took away 1 from the 3's. So 2 plus 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one does not equal 6. So we do not agree with Buzz. Here's our last problem for today. List all the ways to make 8. How can you list them so you are sure you haven't missed any? Well, we could start with 0 as our first addend and then work our way up. So I'm going to write them on sticky notes and put them in. We know 0 plus what equals 8? 0 plus 8 equals 8. So we have 0 plus 8. What about, now let's start with 1. 1 plus, what's 1 less than 8? 7. So if we added 1 more, that would equal 8. So we have 1 plus 7, now we need 2. 2 plus what equals 8? 2, so if we have 2 in our calculator, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 plus 6 equals 8. Don't worry if some of these look a little weird because we can still read it. 2 plus 6 and the equal sign is there. Now we add 2. Now let's work with 3. 3 plus what equals 8? Well, if we had 0 plus 8 and then 1 less than 8 is 7, 1 less than 7 is 6, that means we're going to have 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. So 3 plus 5. Now, what comes after 3? 4. And we know this one because this is a doubles fact. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. After 4 comes 5. We could look at this one because we're just going to swap the add-ins. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. Ooh. 5 plus 3 equals 8. There we go. Next, we're going to have 6 plus 2 equals 8. We could check our work by putting 6 in our calculator and counting on by 2 more. 6, 7, 8. After 6 comes 7 plus 1 more equals 8. And last but not least, 8 plus what? 0 equals 8. So there we go. Those are all of the ways that we can make 8. And that is the end of our slideshow for today. I had a friend join me for the rest of this video, so I hope that all made sense to you. That was a lot of work. So if you have any questions, just let me know. But the basis of that video is that we were just looking at more tables and recognizing patterns that could help us solve addition and subtraction equations. So now it is your turn to show me what you learned this week. Remember, it's just a piece of paper, so don't be nervous. I know you're going to try your best and do the best you can. And once you're done with that piece of paper, then it's April vacation. We made it. So I hope you enjoy so much time with your family and do some fun things. And if you have a pet, maybe get some cuddles with your pet like Miss Hewes is going to. I'll be cuddling my cat Katie. And I hope you get to spend lots of time with family and do some fun things while you're at home. All right, if you have any questions, you can always feel free to email me, text me, or call me. I'd be very, very happy to help, and I hope you enjoy your time during April vacation. Remember, try your best. I know you will. I will see you later. I miss you very much. All right, have a great day and a better weekend. Bye-bye.